What's up everyone? So I have been meaning to make a video about all of my favorite products currently. I actually rewatched one of my favorite product videos from I think it was 2020, and after watching that there were even products that like I forgot that I loved that I ended up repurchasing because I was like, wow, how did I forget about these things? But I also haven't made one of those videos in a really long time, and so I wanted to put together a list of things that I am really enjoying right now, so that way you guys know what I'm loving and maybe you want to try out some of these things. Of course, the grass is being mowed right now while I am trying to film, and also our garage is currently being built, so there might be a lot of noise in this video. So we have 4 categories, but they kind of have like 2 per each category. We have health and food, baby and kids, beauty and fashion, and then household and hobbies. I will try and put like the chapters down below so that way you can like skip to the category that you want to hear more about. I think I'm going to start with the baby kid category, so if you don't have kids or don't care about listening to that category, you can go ahead and skip and listen to the other 3 categories filled with items. We're a big fan of stroller fans. One of my friends actually got me one for my baby shower, and I used that like during hospital and birth and all of that kind of stuff. But then Jisulife actually reached out to me and sent me this bladeless stroller fan for me to try, and we've been using it the last few weeks. We actually just took it on a trip to my dad's house, and they put their air conditioning at like 77, so we are always like sweating in their house, and we stay the night and everything, and this fan has come in so handy for that. It actually can stay on for 12.5 hours if it's on just the low speed, and it's really cool because the base can easily click off and you can sit it on like a desk or a dresser and it will actually rotate, like the head rotates, and so you have like this very compact fan that you can take places in those instances that you really need to cool off. The other thing that's nice is that you can use the bottom part as a tripod. You can have it sit up if you would like to. You can attach it to your stroller, to your crib, your car, anything like that. Especially for like cars, my air vents don't go in the back of my car, so I actually do always use a fan in the back of my car for Alice. The bladeless design is just so nice because I can attach it to the front of our stroller or to my wagon, and I don't have to worry about like Alice getting her hands or fingers caught into it. It also has built-in air purification, which is just so handy. So even if you wanted to use this as your like main fan in your nursery, then you would be able to know that your air is being purified as you're using it. It does have a light that you can turn on if you want to keep like a little night light on, and one of my favorite parts is it has a digital display. So it'll show exactly like what mode you're on and also your battery percentage, which I really like because a lot of the stroller fans, like they will just die and you don't know that they were close to dying, and then you're like, oh great, I'm in the middle of this walk and my stroller fan died. So those are some of my favorite key features of this. I actually will have all of these products that I'm talking about in this video linked down below in my Amazon storefront, so you can go check that out if you're interested in getting one. Next up in my baby little category is cloth diapers, and I'm not going to touch too much on these because at the end of this month I actually am going to have a video that's totally dedicated to me starting cloth diapering, what it's like as a beginner, my favorite type of cloth diapers, how I've been getting through it, what is washing like, all that kind of stuff. But I just want to say that cloth diapers are way better than I even expected it. I wish I would have started cloth diapering when Alice was much younger, but I was really scared about it and kind of disgusted. I was like, ew, like who would actually want to do that? And then my sister handed down some cloth diapers for me to try out with Alice being older, and it is so much easier than I ever expected it to be. Even the washing and the drying and the folding, I actually really enjoy it. And every single day I am saving $2.50 by cloth diapering. I can't wait to make that video for you guys in case some of you are kind of teeter-tottering around like, will you ever cloth diaper? Are you scared of it? All that kind of stuff. And obviously I am not like advanced. I haven't been doing this a long time, but I just want to share my experience with it, and cloth diapering is one of my favorite things right now. Another one of my favorite things is toy rotations, and again, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I have 2 whole full videos that I dedicated to toy rotations. So I have one from a few months back where I showed like multiple different rotations that I had and how I set them up. Also, if you check out my daily vlogs from June, I do have toy rotations in there with Alice being a little bit older. And then most recently, I actually made a video that I can tag up here where I reorganized all of our toys and I put them in categories. So that way, when I do a toy rotation, I can make sure that I have a toy from each category. You know, something focusing on fine motor skills, something focusing on cause and effect, something focusing on building, etc. I think I started rotating toys back when Alice was maybe like 8 or 9 months old, and it has been hands down one of my favorite things to do. I find that it makes cleanup a breeze because you only have about 6 to 8 toys out at a time. So even things that have a lot of pieces are really easy to just throw back, you know, in their little basket or wherever they came from, like on the little shelf. And Alice absolutely plays so well with all of her toys because every week when a new rotation comes out, it feels like she got brand new toys. You know, she forgot about them after a few weeks. And so I have found that this has really extended her playtime and just her independent time by herself playing with the toys in general. A new thing that we just got is this coconut swing. I actually just purchased this a week or 2 ago and Alice has been obsessed with it. I do believe that it goes down to maybe like 6 months, so you could use it with a smaller baby. You would just like lay it back a little bit. This I actually have like fully up for Alice to like sit up in, and she just enjoys swinging on it. It really doesn't matter if it gets wet because most of it is plastic except for the straps. It's just really fun for her. I have found that like going to a playground isn't that great for her age because she only just started walking and everything's pretty much too big, but she does love swinging. So getting a swing that you can use for years and years at different sizes for your house is just a really great idea. This next one is a little bunched up. It's kind of a lot of different things that I love in regards to feeding Alice. So I have these porcelain bowls and I actually have the plates coming. They were on back order for a while, so they haven't quite showed up yet, but I love these porcelain bowls because they have silicone around them, so it's not like they're gonna break easily. But the way that the sides are, it's so nice for Alice to be able to like scoop up food and eat it by herself with those. The plates are from 𝒐𝒂𝒛𝒐𝒏 and I also really enjoy their version of utensils. Those have been our favorite utensils that we've tried. We also have their glass mason jars. They do have a stainless steel version, but we have the glass and we love using those for smoothies. And then something that's not 𝒐𝒂𝒛𝒏, we have used this every single day. I usually put her milk to drink from a straw cup, is the glass straw cups, and they come in both the 5 ounces and I believe 8 ounces, and we have both, and we have loved these. These have been so helpful because the straw is a little bit smaller, so they have to kind of like work to suck, and so that really worked when I was weaning her off bottles at 1 year old, and now we always use it for her morning milk. Okay, lastly in this baby section is the diaper bag from 𝒐𝒐𝒏. Now this is kind of expensive, but I did get it for my birthday and I absolutely love it because I'm not someone that wants to carry around like a huge diaper bag, and I do keep a car diaper caddy in my car, which I mean is a lifesaver in and of itself, but I need something in order to carry Alice's water and then to have like one diaper just in case, maybe a little shirt or outfit in case, and then obviously my own stuff. And so this diaper bag fits so much, but it's also so little. I mean, I can't even explain just how much it fits. But even Alice's big water bottles, we use the 𝒎𝒒𝒂𝒛𝒏 for her for just her water for traveling around, and I can fit the whole 𝒎𝒒𝒂𝒛𝒏 bottle in there, plus my own wallet, lipstick, keys, phone, my camera a lot of times, and then I also have a bib, a changing mat, an outfit, wipes, and a diaper, and like it's crazy how much you can fit in here. I did order it through TikTok. A lot of times they'll have, you know, like sales through TikTok shop and stuff, so you can check that out, and you can watch a bunch of her videos over on TikTok. She's very active over there, and that's what really sold me, is just seeing everyone use them different ways. She has a bunch of different ways you can pack it, and I just love it for this toddler stage. Something I have just stumbled upon and have been devouring is the GAPS diet. And so I actually read the yellow book from my library and I currently own the Blue Book, which is just phenomenal and goes into so much detail. This is a gut health diet that's going to help fix leaky gut, tons of autoimmune diseases, I mean so many things. And I have been having, you know, gut health problems for years and years. I had SIBO back a couple years ago, and it's probably back because I just didn't do anything to like seal my leaky gut well enough to keep it away. So I devoured these books recently. I also got this cookbook that I really enjoy, and I am planning on actually going through the GAPS diet. So they have like an intro, and then they have a full GAPS diet, and each person can choose exactly what they want to do and how they want to do it depending upon like what they have time for. But this is just phenomenal information, and I wish that I would have known it a lot sooner, and wish I would have been working on this a lot sooner. But I just want to like throw those out there because they could be life-changing for so many of you. Also, if you're doing the keto diet, which is what I've been doing, and I finally started seeing like a little bit of weight loss, I saw my skin clearing up, I've been feeling a lot better. GAPS is kind of like down that road. It's not like totally where you take out all carbs, although they do have a no plant GAPS protocol that you could do. I think they even have a keto GAPS protocol. I'm probably just gonna start with the basic one since that's usually what's recommended, but it's a lot of like meat stock and ferments and just very healthy things to build up your gut. And so you're probably gonna see me kind of transition into that and really try and work on my gut health. I'm also working with my sister and gonna get a GI map done, but I just wanted to throw those books at you because they are just amazing, filled with so much information, and I think more people need to know about them. Along with obviously all of this health, I actually have been getting Azure Standard orders, and if you don't know about them, there's this huge like warehouse type, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's all healthy natural grocers, and you do an order like once a month and you go to a pickup site. So like here in my town, like we have a pickup site, it's like a parking lot, and then you get all of your like food off the truck and stuff. I know it sounds weird, but just look into it. Azure Standard. I've gotten raw cheese, I've gotten probiotic cream cheese, like a lot of things that I can't find around here, or a lot of things that are in bulk, so you're getting a really good price. So definitely check that out if you care about health a lot like me. The last thing that I'm gonna really talk about this is like 3 of my favorite podcasts slash YouTube videos that are both health, but also they are like families and stuff, which I really like. So if you're into that like ancestral homesteading type thing that I am, then you'll probably like these podcasts and channels. There's a podcast called The Modern Ancestral Mamas, and I love them so much because they have multiple kids, but they're feeding and nourishing their family with a lot of the like Weston A. Price type methods of traditional eating. And I just really enjoy hearing how they raise their kids, what they're cooking, how they're cooking. I really liked their episodes where they had like what to eat dinner, what to eat snacks, like things like that. So really enjoy that podcast. Then I also really love the YouTube channel Farmhouse on Boone, and she has a podcast called Simple Farmhouse Life. She's like my favorite YouTuber of all time. I absolutely love her, and she has a wealth of information, especially since she has like 8 kids. So I love getting just advice from her in general. And then lastly, we have Hopewell Heights. She has a YouTube channel, and right now she's actually, I think 4 months or 5 months postpartum with her 5th baby, and she actually has SIBO and a lot of like gut health problems and autoimmune. So she's actually going through like her variation of a GAPS diet mixed with a book that she read, Super Gut, by I think William Davis, which I haven't read it yet, but it's coming this week for me to read. And so I've been loving watching her journey, and that's really what motivated me to read the GAPS books and get started on my own health journey, because she started having weight fall off, she started feeling a lot better, and I know that that is something that I need to work on. If you're looking for more information, like you can check out all those channels. There's also a channel called Bumblebee Apothecary that talks about all GAPS stuff, and I've watched multiple of her videos too, so I can like throw her in here as well, but absolutely love all of those. Okay, let's go to beauty and fashion. I want to talk about a favorite shampoo and conditioner that I've been getting that's so cheap, literally $3.99 a bottle, and it's the Trader Joe's shampoo and conditioner. I love this stuff. It has worked so well for me, so well for my scalp, and just feeling like my hair is finally getting clean, because I was having a hard time just finding something that I liked after being postpartum. So if you're looking for like a non-toxic shampoo and conditioner, but you don't want to go like, you know, fully no shampoo or anything, this one's really great, and it's not expensive at all. Like I can't believe how how cheap it is. Now, the next thing isn't quite non-toxic, but I've been really enjoying the Clinique Almost lipstick, I think it's called. I have both black honey and pink honey, and I use them both all the time. It just depends on what I'm wearing, where I'm going, but I love both of them because the way that they're made, they feel like a chapstick, and so you can like build up the color if you want, but whether it's the pink honey or the black honey, it just goes so well with my skin tone no matter what, and so I find that they are flawless to wear. They also are very small, so they fit into my baby little diaper bag really well. Another one of my favorites is tubing mascara. This is something I switched over to maybe a year ago because regular mascara will always just like run if I'm sweating and get all over the place, and I hate cleaning it off because it just makes all these smudges. And then waterproof mascara is like so waterproof that I can't get it off. I'm like pulling my eyelashes out. So I switched over to tubing mascara, and I will never go back to regular mascara. This stuff is phenomenal because you can put it on, it does a really good job, it looks absolutely fantastic, and then when you're ready for it to come off, you just use hot water and it comes off in like clumps, like it doesn't smear. And so that just makes cleanup such a breeze. Like it comes off really easily when you want it to, but when I'm out and about and I'm sweating and everything, it stays on just fine. Next is probably something that not all of you are interested in. I have been using a menstrual cup for, I think now going on 8 years, and I love menstrual cups so much. When I was like postpartum, I hated the fact that I could not use a menstrual cup. I could not wait for the day that I could go back to wearing it. When I first got started, I was using, I think, the Blossom cup from Amazon, but actually recently I switched over to the Flex cup, which you can get at your Walmart, and I love this one. I think it's gonna be great for any type of beginners because it has a pull tab. So it's a little bit easier than like the one I've been using for multiple years. And I just find that I love that it has a black color. So this, you know, you're not gonna see as much staining, but the pull tab is just so nice and it's very, very, very comfortable. So if you are a beginner, I highly recommend this. They do make discs, but I actually haven't tried any disc yet. So maybe that's something I need to try in the future. I think my box came with like 2 to try. I highly recommend the menstrual cup. I know it sounds weird, but I never know I'm on my period. Like I have the best periods, and then having the cup is just like chef's kiss. Like it's like a regular day for me. I love it so much, and it's so easy to clean. Please, you should just try it. Just try it. It's great. Okay, lastly, we have our household / hobbies. So these kind of go hand in hand, but it's my bullet journal. Over the years, I've tried to get into more like regular planners, but I am a bullet journal girl through and through. So I recently got this size that's like a little bit bigger. My friend Brandy actually recommended it to me because I was so used to using like the smaller ones. And I love that I have extra writing space, but it's not a ginormous planner for me to carry around. I just love bullet journaling so much because I'm such a list maker, and a lot of times I just need to scribble things down. Your bullet journals do not have to be pretty. They can be scribbles. It's fine. It's whatever is the most functional for you, and bullet journaling with just a regular pen is the most functional for me. Along with that, I really enjoy my pen holder. I think I got this maybe a year or 2 ago, and this thing is just amazing because I can put all my markers and pens and random things in there, and it just turns around. And I love that it rotates. I mean, something so simple, but it's really great. I've had this thing for years, but the Nespresso is unbeatable. Like, I know this is a more expensive purchase, but with Black Friday coming up, like, you can totally get one on Black Friday for really cheap. It just makes such a good cup of coffee. I have my little steamer, which I also can link in the products because that I got from Amazon, and I love that it's stainless steel because it's so easy to keep clean. But I can steam milk. I can use my Nespresso for espresso shots. I also do iced lattes all the time. They are just so good, and nothing can compare to the Nespresso. If you have an iPad, I love the Happy Color app. That is something that I have been really enjoying with like not being on my phone, but listening to an audiobook. It is so good because I feel like I can't just like lay on the sofa and listen to an audiobook, or I will like start scrolling on my phone. I have to be doing multiple things at once. So if I'm listening to an audiobook, I will be cleaning the house or going for a walk or something. But if it's at night and I just want to enjoy and relax, but I don't really want to pull out my Kindle and read my Kindle and listen to the audio at the same time, I will pull out my iPad and use the Happy Color app in order to color. It's so fun. I love it so much. And especially with the Apple Pen, it just works super well and it's so satisfying. Speaking of audiobooks, I have these earphones that I actually got from TikTok. I usually like over the ear headphones because I don't like the things in my ears. They always hurt. But my friend Pam told me about these and they have been phenomenal. They feel very low stimulation because I don't have things just like blasting in my ears and not being able to hear like the outside stuff, especially if like Alice is awake and I'm trying to like listen and make sure she's okay. But I can easily just put like one over my ear, not feel overstimulated. It's not in my ear and so it feels so comfortable. They're one of my favorites. I use them all the time. I take them on walks. I throw them in my diaper bag. I mean, I just have them wherever I go because they come in so handy. And last but not least is this photo frame. I got this off of Amazon originally for my dad and he loved it so much that we ended up getting one for us because we were so jealous of going to my dad's house and seeing all the baby pictures of Alice that I have put on their frame over this last, 15 months. And so this is something that, like, my dad lives in Pennsylvania and then I live in Virginia. And so this is something that I can send photos on my phone through the app and it goes to his frame. I also got one for my grandparents. So now there's 3 that I send photos to and they absolutely love it. If you have like older parents or grandparents and you want to be able to share photos, I highly recommend getting the photo frame because they can scroll through it if they want. It also has a notification, so it'll pop up when you send new photos. Or it'll just be like a screensaver where the photos go every, you can set it like 30 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. My dad says all the time that he loves the frame so much because he says that he feels like he is watching Alice grow up, that he is there while she grows up. And that makes me very emotional, but I'm so glad that like he enjoys the frame so much. And my grandparents too, they said when they hear the notification, they go to see like what new photos are on there. And it is great because multiple people can use the app. So like I have a family of 10 siblings and for my grandparents, like they have tons of grandchildren now. And so all my siblings are able to send photos to that photo frame so that way they can see all their grandkids on it. Okay, I think that's it. I think we talked about all my favorite things right now. I'm gonna try and keep a list for over these next few months. If you guys want to see that video again, you gotta let me know if you like these and hearing what products I like. But thank you for watching. Again, all of those links are going to be down in the description box so that way you can hopefully easily find these things for yourself. And I will see you all in another video soon. Bye everyone.